Sup shooters, how are you? Are you doing well? Are you having a good time on the internet today? It's me, Logan, aka Spiderhands. Today we're going to talk about something important that will affect the future of this channel and hopefully lead to better videos, reviews and experiences for the people that watch our content on YouTube. I've had 2 weeks away from the internet. Over the past month I've come out of a long-term relationship, moved house, and diligently set up everything in the new location so that I can continue to do this YouTube stuff, alongside a lot of other fun things, of course. The past 2 weeks have been stressful for various reasons, however this fact is irrelevant because all of this nonsense is a shared experience that everyone has gone through. I'm just the same as all of you and there's no need for me to bitch and moan about it. It was enough to say that it was stressful and I don't think that focusing on that period is going to help anyone watching this. What matters most to me at this specific point in time is explaining the concept of this video, which is let's draw a line in the sand. I want to make peace with people. I want to just start over again a new chapter. I want to reinvigorate my passion for YouTube, for this channel, for the videos, for live streaming and life in general. One of the ways to do this is to wipe the slate clean and try again. This weekend I intend to do the JHL album review that I was initially supposed to do last weekend. It'll be album number 9. It'll be interesting for many different reasons. One thing that I will be doing, like the Eason Chan album review, is simply listening through each track as best I can and not talking to chat during these listening sections. The reason for this is because I want to engage with the music, and after listening to feedback / constructive criticism and not initially being very good at dealing with it, I recognize that people just want me to review stuff in the same facet as I do for my paid work via Fiverr or Patreon. Granted, I did not feel as if I was screwing around during those past album reviews. I legitimately put effort into analyzing and critiquing the music. However, I also know that there was a lot of talking to chat that could instead be put between the songs and the lyrics. I feel that this is a good move to make, especially as there were no complaints whatsoever with the Eason Chan album review. People seemed happier with that one. On that note, the change to the new listening time system occurred because of some very strong feedback from some of you about the Faye Wong album review. A commenter even told me to never review any of her material again. While I accept that I could have talked to chat less, I nonetheless did my best to review Faye's work. I get that it may just seem like I'm listening to music with friends because I do like to interact with y'all in the chat. Some of you regularly come to the live streams and we discuss the music and have fun, but I legally can't just listen to music with friends because in that situation, it's not fair use. I have to review music if I'm featuring it in a live stream, especially because a musician or label could put justifiably copyright block on my channel if they thought I was taking the piss. I think if we're honest here, there was probably at least some analysis / critique in the Faye Wong album review, but that I know there's room to improve and that's why I'm doing so. Again, people like the way I did the Eason Chan review, so we'll keep doing it like that. Hopefully this will communicate to you that I am intent on taking this shit seriously. I have reviewed thousands of songs through over 1,000 reviews, and I don't need anyone to tell me that I'm a good reviewer because we wouldn't be here right now unless I was. So I don't feel the need to prove anything to anyone. None of this comes out of insecurity, defensiveness, or paranoia. I'm not feeling tired and burnt out like I used to. I am of sound mind when I say that I can guarantee that the album live streams will continue as I've described in this video, with the changes already implemented and trialed, and I know that I can get the live streams done to a professional standard even if I'm not being paid to do them. Similar listening time changes will follow for the fan request live streams, but without the 2 to 3 minute conclusions that I've been having between songs. To be clear, I have to review these songs because it's not legal for me to react to them in an unedited manner. It needs to be transformative, and laughing or gasping isn't transformative enough. I still need to critique it, but you can be rest assured that I will be more careful to take less time with tangents in the future. The next topic for discussion is my adventures within the comment section. Some of the stuff I've said to people has, while as polite as I can be, not been particularly patient or flexible. I don't like Jay's 8th album, and I probably never will. I will never accept that music should be given multiple listens to understand it, because that expectation is in actuality entitlement and privilege. I review independent artists on the daily that would fucking kill for the fan base that Jay has, who make, in my opinion, instrumentally, vocally, structurally, musically, and production-wise superior content to what Jay provided in the 8th album. These indie artists don't get second or third listens due to the level of competition, and so they don't take their audience for granted. Jay was and still is in a privileged position where people seemingly say to themselves, I don't know how I feel about this, but if I give it enough listens, maybe I'll like it. As someone who has worked on most, if not all, levels of the music industry and has interacted with people who come from the grassroots levels all the way up to getting feedback from Grammy winners, expecting multiple hearings from a listener is entitlement. Seeing that as normal doesn't make logical sense to me. I think that this concept comes from an emotional connection. It's one that I don't have with him because I didn't grow up with him and I'm not biased. Granted, I know that I haven't always shown patience for Jay's music. During the 8th album review, I was visibly and audibly disappointed in Jay because I see someone with almost limitless potential who, in my opinion, phoned in an annual release. After all, from what I know about the situation and after reviewing his last 7 albums, it seemed like it was more important for him to do the other 2 movies he had going on at the time. It seemed like he was too busy to specialize and thought he could instead just give people more of what they wanted. It might have been enough for you, and that's fine. I'm not telling you to dislike the music. You do you. For me, as someone who has certain expectations from someone with 8 albums under their belt, it was mediocre at best and vacant at worst. If I'm not mistaken, there are a total of 4 ad songs in there, for fuck's sakes. I've never seen an album be that much of a cash grab before. Again, you're welcome to like the music, but I think that Jay would have done just as well if he'd simply done one movie and then spent more time on making the album better, maybe tried exploring a new direction, maybe tried doing a different genre per track, fucking anything better than simply the same old variety show style that he's exhibited before to rapturous applause, but in this specific situation, less effort. For a musician to be able to just plop something out and expect to sell well, even when he has his attention elsewhere, and with no discernible, provable, or arguable improvements over previous releases, is in my opinion distressing at best. It reminds me of a lot of Western artists who get lauded for putting out consistent content, even if it's the same old stuff each time. I'm a reviewer. I score for effort, creativity, performance, concept, lyrics, production, and soul. To me, my impression of the 8th album is that there was less of the above than any of the previous 7, save for some minor improvements in production, which was built on a level of studio output that was already incredibly inoffensive. The previous stuff was fine to me. I loved number 7. The above are all my opinions and they're my views on it that remain similar in terms of both before and after reading through the comments that I've received from people who are upset with how I feel about him. I acknowledge that my platform here, however small and vulnerable it is based on a lot of the stuff that I review from Jay Chou's part of the world. I acknowledge that I have had people come to the channel because of my Jay Chou content. I also acknowledge, due to declining views, that there is less interest in my Jay Chou content alongside the reviews and live streams in general, because I can only imagine there are perceptions of a lack of focus and professionalism and care within what I do. I say this because, in my opinion, over the past year, the production values of the videos and live streams have improved. I think that the thumbnails are better. I think the way that I introduce, listen to, critique, conclude, and outro has been polished and near perfected. Finally, the audio balancing has been fixed as well, although to be fair, it took way too long to get that sorted. The remaining factor is me, as a human being, as a reviewer, live streamer, and content creator. Oh right, and the subtitles. Anyone watching this, if you want subtitles, it'll cost $200 USD or so per 2-hour live stream minimum. I don't make money from these live streams due to copyright blocks and or copyright claims. So if you want me to subtitle these live streams with Chinese subs, you're going to need to pay outright for those, and even then you'd have to triple it, because I cannot be bothered fixing a 2-hour 30-minute video's English auto caps. It's a nightmare and it's not worth it. Videos like this one where I've scripted it before recording it are a lot easier because I've already typed it out. It's just sending it to a translator to do their thing. In actuality, I enjoy writing these scripts because it's a great way to keeping on point with stuff and not going on pointless rants or diversions. It will also hopefully lead to more structured, interesting content. Also, I think that translated short-form videos like this one would be more enjoyable anyways. Time will tell. In the meantime, I'm letting you know that I have work to do as a human being, a reviewer, a live stream, and a content creator, both in and out of YouTube. However, you can be damn sure that I am taking this stuff seriously. That's a promise. As part of this new start and new commitment, I've decided to completely throw away all obligations to anything that I've previously committed to and start with a clean plate. Some things I still want to do are the JChell album 1 to 5 video, along with the... Fuck. I was about to do it again. Let's just start with the JHL album 1 to 5 video. Cool. That is the video I'm working on now. It'll come out when it comes out. You'll know when it's live. Finally, for the most important part of today's presentation, it is time to draw a line in the sand. I have a limited time on YouTube. I don't want to do YouTube when I'm 80. At some point, I want to vibe off of the platform and just go chill and drink bourbon on the side of a high-level apartment and watch the sunset with a guitar to my side should I need it. Until then, you and I have to get along. So I will do the JChell album reviews monthly until the 15th one, the newest one, is done in April 2023. At that point, I'll see how the channel is going. If people still care about what I'm doing within reason, we'll continue until the end of 2023 with weekly content. I will also keep doing the fan request live streams on a fortnightly basis, at least until the end of this year. Additionally, I plan on taking some time off during the Christmas holidays. I'll probably schedule content to tide you all over, but I'm away for at least a week, so I'll be absent from the channel during this period. I work 7 days per week, and that's unhealthy for me. It's too much. I need to rest just as you all probably expect to when you've completed whatever you do, too. I'm aiming for 6 days per week at the moment. I'd like that. For you watching this, with the understanding that I'll be reviewing stuff in the future, whether video or live, to the best of my professional capacity, you need to respect the fact that I'm trying to do this stuff properly, that I am affected by what you say, and that if you don't like it and are only interested in providing unconstructive criticism, I would like you to unsubscribe and leave, and not come back until you can communicate in a mutually beneficial way. I don't mind constructive criticism. I don't like being told what to do, and I don't like being told that my reviews are random bullshit. That stuff isn't helpful, and if I talk to fans like that, I'd probably be lambasted for it. I will be kind to you. I will stay out of the comments and will refrain from voicing my stronger opinions on stuff outside of reviews and live streams. I am a professional after all. This should make everyone happy. A line in the sand has been drawn. Let's make peace. Thanks for watching. Stay cool, shredders. Spiderhands up.